What a game.
Tottenham, a game less, 6 points behind us, but that game less is Manchester City away later on today. So
we might as well just say.
Wow.
Yeah, might as well just say it without saying it.
4-0.
I'm going 4-0.
2-1 win to Spurs. Fuck it. Why not, man?
Are you on crack?
What a game. Manchester City 2, Tottenham Hotspur 3. Only a week after I absolutely destroyed TOBS, absolutely annihilated him.
Hi. Best believe my chest is going to be out tomorrow evening on the Big Six. I'm going to move reckless.
Steve, we've let it slip. Liverpool's going to come back and all this nonsense. Listen, relax.
I think we're gonna win the league this year.
They have a cave troll.
Man, big up, man. Full fuggery, man.
He's done that quick, man. He was hearing it all Saturday. He was hearing it all Saturday. Boy, life comes at you fast, man. Life really comes at you fast. And I mean that both ways. It could be good one week and shit the next. And it could be shit one week and good the next. I'm just saying, life comes at you fast, mate.
It doesn't for me, mate. We're top of the league, innit?
It does. It does, because you just lost to us.
You should... No, you just lost twice, yeah? And then you've just beat us. But we're still top of the league, innit?
Yeah, but you lost at home to us.
Yeah, but we're still top of the league, though, innit?
Yeah, but I'm not talking about the table. I'm talking about the result. Right. You lost.
All right. I'm just mentioning that we are top of the league, innit?
Yeah, you are. Cool. You're gonna win the league. I'm not talking about that.
I've never seen scenes like that since you won the Audi
Cup. I'm talking about the result. You can spin it however you want. You are not gonna. You ain't gonna rain on our parade. We scored 3 goals.
It was a parade, by the way.
We scored 3 goals at your ground. Yeah.
Well done.
And that's with a goal. That's with a goal chalked off. You scored in stoppage time, and you still lost the game. This team that are apparently so bad. This team that you're going to whack 4-0. You said 4-0. Oh, what was it you said? Oh, we're going to win 4-0. Oh, we don't get done in transitions anymore. Yet every single time we've beaten
it was embarrassing. It was embarrassing.
Every single time we've beaten you, you're getting caught.
Yeah.
You're getting caught, mate. What's going on? What's going on? Diaz, best centre back in the league, and he's right up there. And him and Laporte, they got ragdolled by Harry Kane. The same player that the same player.
Everything you're saying is true. There's nothing. I can't say anything about it. Got absolutely done. Harry Kane, one of the best performances I've seen at the Etihad for years. Don't think we knew whether to either go with him, stand off him. We chose to stand off him, give him time. Caught us on the counter attack, the same counter attack that's done us against Tottenham twice before. I thought we'd get a penalty 90th minute. I thought, right, we got out of jail, take the point. Because I thought you'd have been gutted going out of that stadium with a point because you deserved all 3. And then they fucking try and go gung-ho, get caught on the same counter-attack. Every time Spurs, and to be honest, they came at us 5 times, scored 3. And every time they came at us, I thought I was going to score. That is how bad we was. Now, there's no excuses for it. At the end of the day, if it's embarrassing, you're getting beat off Tottenham Hotspur. Oh, no disrespect, it's fucking embarrassing. You know what I mean? So listen, I'm emigrating because I've got expressions sending me voice notes. You know what I mean. My kids are getting bullied in school, so I'm gonna have to fuck off now. You know what I mean? I'm gonna have to leave the country. I'm gonna be like Lee Gunner. You're gonna see me in Spain, innit?
You know what? You've been great.
Listen. Seriously, I've got to give me credit to Conte for setting them up because we had a lot of the ball, but they just set up in one big, massive line, moved left to right, blocked it out. When they got the chance to break, they made it count. And listen, it is what it is. It happened to us with Palace early in the season, the same thing. We went gung-ho, got caught on the attack. It is what it is, like you say. But we're top of the league. We've let a little bit of light come in from Liverpool, so they're going to be feeling they can come for us now. We just got to dust ourselves off and go again, innit? If anyone can win all 12 games coming up, it's us, innit?
Fair. But
and every single one of you would swap your position now for mine because I'm top of the league. No, but that's what I'm saying. So if you look at it, the City fans, don't be disheartened. We got done. We had an off day. We got beat off Tottenham. They deserved it. Harry Kane came back to haunt us. Fair play to Spurs. But that's all I can say, innit? I've got to admit
man, he took the mick out of you, man.
No, because I'm not done.
He said 4-0, man. But I want to know, where was Kevin De Bruyne? Is he still missing, Steve? You know what I mean? We found where Kevin De Bruyne is. Is he still spamming crosses?
He's on the top of the league. Is
he spamming his still crosses to nobody?
Forget about Kevin De Bruyne. Let's
you know what I mean? Let's talk about De Bruyne's stinker yesterday.
Let's talk about Rodri. Rodri, he didn't hold shit down in midfield. Let's talk about the fact that Raheem Sterling, hot in form, he couldn't roast Emerson and Romero on that right side. Phil Foden, I even forgot he was playing. I genuinely forgot Phil Foden was playing.
Yeah, listen, it was a bad day at the office. What can I say? Every single one of them was shit. I'm not going to say anything against it. And they know they were shit, and Pep Guardiola knows it was shit. So he's going to have to go back to the drawing board this week, and they're going to have to step it up, innit?
But you know what was even great as well. Yeah, don't get it twisted. We did well in transition. We caught you a couple of times in transition, but every single one of our goals we scored was not as a result of the transition. Every single one of our goals was from us playing out the back with the ball. Go check it. Every single goal we scored, and even the goal that was chalked offside, every single goal we scored was from back to front. So when I was here last week and I was telling certain man, yo, Antonio Conte has improved his team, but there's certain things that you can't legislate for. Mistakes you can't legislate for. How many mistakes did Spurs make in that game against Man City? One. And that one mistake led to a goal.
Two.
Nope, one mistake. What was the second mistake?
The penalty.
Romero.
That was fortunate. That was unfortunate. It was a penalty.
Yeah.
That was unfortunate.
No, it was 100%. Look, don't get me wrong. He was a man mountain. He was one of my, apart from Harry Kane, obviously, he was a monumental force at the back. Not only is defending.
SAEED, did Romero play yesterday?
Sorry. On Saturday, he played.
How did he play?
He played well until he nearly cost me the 3 points.
No. How did he play?
Listen, he played well until he
bro,
nearly cost
I
me
don't
3 points.
I don't want to hear the stories. I'm asking you.
Is it facts, yes or no?
I'm asking you.
I'm giving you the benefit of the doubt. He played well until he nearly cost you 3 points.
No. How did he play, bro? Because when I was talking about this guy last week, you had the cheek to make a snide comment. You made a snide comment about Romero.
He played well until he nearly cost you 3 points. So
nearly cost us 3 points.
I think you should look at.
Listen, he did play well. He played well, but it's bread and butter, mate. We're crossing balls into the box. There was no one there. Even the goal that we scored, Raheem Sterling launched it in the box, and Lloris got down and spilled it. Other than that, we weren't going to score. It was side to side. They had no idea. We'd have been better off putting Liam Delap up front for the last 10 minutes because he's a bit of a unit and launching the ball in the box. Tottenham had it boxed. There was times where Tottenham had 9 men in a line. They were just moving side to side, like them table football games where you push the bar and everyone moves side to side.
But you're Man City, right?
That's what I'm saying. We couldn't get through.
Yeah, but you're the best side in the league. You're meant to break it down, right?
Yeah, that's why we're top of the league. That's why we're top of the league, innit? That's why we're top of the league.
What I'm saying is, you're saying, oh, we put 9 men behind the ball, but you've played against many deep blocks and you've beaten teams. It's not. That's not the first time Spurs have come up.
We couldn't get through. I'm admitting it. I'm not criticizing you. I'm admitting it. You got your tactics right. But what I'm saying is, you come here on the back of a defeat to Southampton and then Wolves. Then you go to a team like Man City that are attacking you. We left gaps all over the pitch. We exploited it and got the win. But what I'm saying is, yeah, you've won at Man City. Great, you've got 3 points. But I'd be more concerned about the Wolves and the Southampton game against the so-called smaller teams who don't come out and attack, because you couldn't get through them. So it's just the same. We couldn't get through you. You couldn't get through Wolves, Southampton. But it is what it is.
Can I just ask one more thing, Steve? Because I remember we were 2-1 up. It was 80th minute. And our fans were singing a chant about your fans leaving the ground early. I literally saw hordes and hordes of your fans leaving that ground at 81 minutes, bro. 2-1 down.
You got to realise
2-1 down to little old Spurs at home, and then leaving the ground at 81 minutes. You gave me pelters. You gave me pelters. When Spurs were getting trashed 3-0 by our nearest rivals, our fiercest rivals. But your fans were leaving the ground against little old Tottenham with 10 minutes to go. You just brought on Riyad Mahrez.
You know why that is? You know why that is?
For shame.
You know why that is? Because a lot of them are not used to losing, mate. They're not the proper.
No.
Listen, did I leave? Hold on a minute. Did I leave? No.
It sounds like you got a lot of tourists in the stadium, Steve.
I can't control. Hold on a minute. I can't control who leaves a football stadium. I can't control that. That is beyond me. I'm not a genius.
The True Blues. I thought these were the True Blues. What's going on?
Matisse, you don't even go to the fucking game. So
I do go to some games, Steve. But why don't even get in?
You don't even
go
in.
Why would I not get in?
You've got to go in to come out. You've got to go in to come out. You don't even go in. Why you pipe down in the corner with the rest of the gremlins until you go in? Don't criticise them who are coming out, innit?
Where is my gremlins top? I must find it.
Innit?
It sounds like you got. Listen, Steve. It sounds like.
At least they went in.
Listen, Steve. It sounds like you're finally starting to become a big club where you attract those tourists that we spoke about.
You can't talk to anyone about a big club.
You're finally getting to that stature of club now where you've got some tourists in there. So welcome to the party, Steve. Welcome to
imagine criticising fans for leaving the stadium when you don't even go to the stadium.
I do, but just because I don't go to every game, it doesn't mean that the True Blues didn't leave 9 minutes. 9 minutes. The True Blues, bro. That's what it is. It's the True Blues.
It was Storm Eunice. It was Storm Eunice in October.
Make it make sense. It was Storm Kane. That's what made them left. Storm Kane made them leave, innit? They seen enough and fucked off.
Yo, man.
But this is what I mean, innit? When it comes to sort of, look, I'll let you two go into the tactical side of game and everything, right? Like, because you know your team's better. But in terms of the support, you know what I mean? Like, it's not a good look when Man City are often criticised about their support, right? And if Toby's saying that, I didn't see that myself. But if you're in a title race and, you know, you're so, you know, it's a massive title race now, and some of your supporters are leaving just because you're 2-1 down to Spurs. It's not a good look, man. You need to
Chris,
show some.
Chris,
if that's the case, I didn't see it,
Chris,
but I mean,
listen. Let me tell you, the worst ever support we ever had at the Etihad Stadium for leaving early was Liverpool. And there's these videos out there, Liverpool. You're getting fucking hammered at the Etihad, and there was nobody there, mate. So don't sit on there and criticise Man City supporters. Listen, if people want to leave, they can leave. At the end of the day, I think there's valid criticism. Your comparison to us getting smashed out in the away ground.
The
game we got beaten.
Yeah, but your comparison's silly, innit, Steve? Like comparing it to a thrashing out away ground, supporters are entitled to leave. Like Toby left when he was 3-0 down, whatever. It can happen, right? Mood can go. But at home, you're pushing for the title. You're 2-1 down. This is where you need your support to push you on, and you know it's not a good look. But look, it is what it is, man. You know you're not famous for your support. You're famous for winning trophies. You know what I mean? So it is what it is, man.
That's a big
but it's true, isn't it? They're not famous for the support. They're famous for this, trophy. So look, it is what it is.
I'm proud of you. That's one of my ones. Learn it from me.
Did I say anything wrong? Did I say anything wrong?
I'm proud of you.
Did I say anything?
You're going to win the league now.
Did I say anything?
You're going to win the league now.
We're not even coming on to our section.
No. I'm asking you a question. Show the support. Are you going to win the league now?
Of course. I said it. Look, didn't you see the clip of THUGGERY? I said we're going to win the league.
You said the league was over weeks ago. You said
no, I did, man. But you know, I mean,
you changed your mind.
Saeed's being my best friend, flip-flopping, rubbing off on me, man.
Listen, I've not said anything. You stand on your own team, mate. Are you in the league?
Since I came close to Saeed, man, it's rubbing off on me, innit? But listen, of course I'm going to support my team. And I would never leave Anfield early, never. We don't. We're famous for not. We're famous for pushing ourselves on. But if that's the case, Toby,
so you might as well stay there, innit?
Toby, how many people would you say left? How many people would you say left?
I didn't count them, mate. I didn't count them.
No, I'm asking Toby. I know you didn't count them. You was counting the minutes and seconds left.
Probably a couple hundred. Probably a couple hundred.
Yeah, it's not good look. It's not a good look.
Fucking hell, a couple of hundred out of 55,000. I thought it was a mass exodus the way you've been going on.
I just found it interesting. That you're 2-1 down at home to little old Spurs that all your fans said you were going to hammer us.
You've got their number, Toby.
Tottenham have got
their number. Yeah.
You're leaving the game. There's no excuse for that, is there? And what's crazy is some of them even missed the Riyad Mahrez penalty. There's no excuse for that.
No,
there's no excuse for that.
I agree with that. Listen, that happens regular at the Etihad. Whether we're winning 4-5-0, people get up and do one. Whether they've got something better to do, I don't understand it. But I can't control people. I don't lock the gates. You know what I mean? If you want a goal, go. It is what it is.
But no, look, jokes aside, right? Shall I tell you the most impressive part of that performance and game? Do you know when you got it back to 2-2, Steve, at the end, right? I genuinely thought when you saw 9 minutes go up, was it 9 minutes or 7 minutes? 7 minutes go up, yeah. I thought, fucking, they've had 70% possession all game, right? At one stage, it was 92% or something, wasn't it? I thought there's only one winner here. But the way Spurs got hold of that ball and that possession and a build up for that third goal in the 90 whatever minute it was, that was so impressive, man. To have the bravery to play against City, right, who were absolutely pushing for a winner, and B, to keep the composure and build up the play. And look, nobody's going to talk about Cancelo diving in and leaving the gap open. No one's going to talk about Kyle Walker, fullbacks, certain other fullbacks get destroyed for like leaving their, positional sense, lack of positional sense, whatever. I just thought Spurs, the way they controlled that last move, you got to give them fucking credit, man. Give them credit.
And the goals were good football, you know.
Really? The goals were good football, but the other week you're saying,
yeah, but Toby, again, you don't listen, do you?
I do listen.
Did I disrespect Antonio Conte? Yes or no?
You were basically implying.
No. I'm asking. Let me ask you a simple question. Yes or no?
Yeah, you kind of did. Yes, you kind of did.
You kind of did. It's not an answer.
Yes, you kind of did. Because all of a sudden, after 3 losses, it's Antonio Conte. He's gone a bit too offensive. He's done this. He's done that. What's he improving at Spurs? That's what I was hearing, bro.
Against Antonio Conte. I respect Antonio Conte. So don't give me none of that, mate, in front of 5,000 people. Yeah. My thing was...
That's what you said.
No. Antonio Conte, for me, I'm just praising the goals of what I seen today. It was good football. It was worked in the training ground. And I'm giving you credit for it. That's all I'm saying. But last week against Wolves, I thought it was a different approach. But I just want to say, in terms of Man City, I thought they got it wrong. Bernardo on the right-hand side, for me, don't work. He plays better in the middle, so he can operate in there. And... Steve, you have to talk about De Bruyne's performance. It's another stinker. You know what I mean? But for me, what I want to talk about... Another stinker in big games here where nobody talks about it. Nobody.
He's not been his best season.
Pogba that. Every time, yes, De Bruyne...
trying to compare it to Pogba now.
No, it's not. Because it's true. Because everyone does that. It's tick for tack. De Bruyne had an absolute stinker, but nobody wants to talk about it. Nobody.
I'm disgusted you're even mentioning Kevin De Bruyne in the same breath as Paul.
It don't matter, mate. I'm saying it right now. How about that? Because it don't matter. Because it don't matter. It don't matter what you think, man. It don't matter what you think.
Wow.
No, but I'm being serious, man. Because at the end of the day, it's a big six chat, yeah? And we have to talk about that De Bruyne.
Nobody can take you serious, mate.
Nah, man, it's true, though. Because every day we keep talking about Pogba this, Pogba that. De Bruyne had a disaster class, kept spamming in crosses, mate. Spamming in.
He didn't play well. He didn't play
nowhere. Stinker, mate.
He did. I mean, if you want the statistic, because obviously I'm the nerd, he did have 15 crosses and only 2 accurate ones in that game. So that is a terrible percentage. That is pretty poor. That's pretty.
There's no one in the box.
Why is he crossing, man?
So why is he crossing it?
I don't know. You must pay.
Okay.
But De Bruyne is a very intelligent player. He should be seeing, okay, there's nobody in the box. Maybe I shouldn't spam it for the 30th time in a row. If you see there's nobody in the box, don't spam it for the 30th time.
Do you think? Look, let's bring it back to football. Do you think it was an instruction from Pep to play? Because we get accused of that sometimes as well. Like Trent and Robertson cross. We get accused of the same thing sometimes, right? But obviously, sometimes we have Mane or Bobby in the box or Jota in the box. Do you think it's instruction, or do you think it? Of course, because a lot of their crosses are not high crosses, though, Tobs. They do whip it along the floor.
No, it's definitely instruction. I think Pep Guardiola knows that Kevin De Bruyne is an excellent crosser of the ball, so it's definitely something that he uses to his advantage. So when Kevin De Bruyne gets into those half spaces, more often than not, he's finding a man with those crosses, despite not having a archetypal target man. But against us, we had so many men behind the ball that simply crossing was not going to be enough. They had to do more with the ball to try and dislodge the shape, and they couldn't do it. They couldn't do it on the day.
Now, your shape was fucking impeccable. And look, I said, he's such a good coach. It cannot be a walk in the park. And boy, it wasn't a walk. Like, when you took the lead, there was about 20 minutes where you thought, oh, fuck, here comes City. Because they had all the ball. But if you analyze the game, Lloris they didn't have any clear-cut chances. There was a lot of situations where they could have turned it into a chance. But Lloris, I don't know if you want to touch upon Lloris.
We can talk on him. Go on. No, finish your point. You can finish your point.
Yeah, just Lloris. If it wasn't for Lloris, it would have been a complete masterclass, like in terms of keeping a clean sheet. Obviously, the penalty at the end.
He did make a good save, though. There was a good save that he did make.
2 good saves in the second half.
2 good saves, yeah.
So on this point as well, so I remember last week, quite rightly, on Friday, we all said that there needs to be a reaction from the team and from Antonio Conte as well. Because as much as I praise him, there were some mistakes that he made in Southampton, in Wolves, for instance, going with a 3 in midfield. But what I loved about him is that when he has a game plan and it's executed, you see like a team that are defensively sound and can actually play with the ball, have the bravery and confidence to play with the ball. Now, I'm not going to sit here and say that Spurs are going to play like that every week. We're not. The reason why we are where we are is because we don't have the capacity to play like that week in, week out. We don't have the players for it. But what you saw against Wolves when Lloris made 2 mistakes right at the start of the game, that's cost Spurs, versus Lloris making 1 mistake now when after we had already gone into the lead, and you're seeing his game plan take shape. There were minimal mistakes yesterday or Saturday, whenever it was, and you saw what his sort of ideal way to play against a side like Man City was like. We played with the ball like people can talk about transition. We played with the ball out the back. We defended everything.
Romero was key to that.
Romero's qualities, passing out the back, so brave. Ben Davies.
And can I shout out to you? You did say even though Dyer as a defender isn't all that, but you said he will bring some on the ball quality, and that was huge. Because I still don't rate him as a defender. I think he's
not.
But on the ball, he made a difference.
And Kulusevski as well.
There you go. And that was gonna be my next point as well. Before the game, I was telling my friends, we saw the lineup. I said, I'm gassed. I'm gassed that Kulusevski's starting because he simply has way more quality than Lucas Moura, and he's going to play in midfield. And when you saw his role for Spurs, he was basically playing 2 roles. When we were out of possession, he was playing in the midfield 3. So we basically had 2 defensive lines, one a 5-man line and a 3 in midfield. And we said, okay, City, come break us down. So he was working his socks off to try and limit Cancelo's influence, limit Sterling's influence on that side. And when we had the ball, the guy had the energy to consistently make those runs beyond Harry Kane. Him and Son, they stretched the game for us. And he was a constant outlet. And the best thing about it is when we gave him the ball, he didn't just lose it. It didn't just break down. He was able to keep the ball and bring others into play. And most importantly, he was decisive. 1 goal, 1 assist. Yeah. This is a player that a lot of people were trying to write off after 2 or 3 sub appearances. I'm like, give the guy time. He's 21 years old. He's 21 years old. But anyway,
bit disappointed that Man City didn't take advantage of your left-hand side with Sessegnon and Ben Davies, who've been given a lot of criticism down that side for weeks. And we didn't. I think Sterling could have done more down there. But yeah, good win for you lot. Yeah, not really much more to say. I think for me, I'm just happy to see a title race, innit? I think if Liverpool can beat Leeds on Wednesday, then finally this title race on this show should get very interesting. So I'm interested. You already know I'm supporting, fam. It's not popular with the Chelsea fans either, but you know,
no, stay to the audience.
It's Liverpool. I want to see Liverpool take this title off City, and I don't want to see this league just constantly just dominated by one team.
Where's this Chelsea?
You know what I'm saying?
That is embarrassing.
Chelsea going to win the league.
That is embarrassing.
Yeah, where's this Liverpool come from? Because you were saying Chelsea going to win the league. Now you're a Liverpool fan.
Toby, I thought I was going to win the league. Listen, Toby, I'll respond. I thought I was going to win the league. You probably thought you was going to see more trophies in your lifetime. We all make mistakes, okay?
Yeah.
But now it's Liverpool versus Man
That's
City.
another mistake.
Now, listen.
Seven touches, Mr.
There
Seven touches.
was gold confetti with my team last week. You shouldn't pick fights with me. Focus on.
I shouldn't pick fights with you after.
Focus on the task.
After you basically creamed your pants.
Toby, this is where you ruin it. You had a great day out.
No, bro. No. I'm not gonna let you do this because
you had a great day out. Why now?
Up until December, you were talking up your team for the title. Now all of a sudden, it's live at Chelsea. It doesn't work like that.
What in the title race are we?
It doesn't work like that.
We're not in.
It doesn't work. I'm sorry, it doesn't work like that.
Who do you want to make top 4?
It does. I want Spurs to make top 4.
You're probably not gonna do it. So who
probably not. I want Spurs to make top 4. What kind of question?
Listen, on Mank Talk, Steve and SAEED are getting frisky with my Tuchel slander.
Yeah, but you're not a rivalry. No.
Listen. I live with a City. My best mate lives with me. He's City fan. I got Big Steve cussing off Tuchel.
City fan.
It is what it is. Do you know what I'm saying? This is what it is. I'm not expecting other people to agree with me. For me,
just get an half and half scarf, mate. Get an half and half scarf.
Now you need to calm down. Calm down. All right, calm down. I'm taking it too far.
Oh.
Listen. We're going to do some super chats. We're going to stay on Spurs, though, because you lot got a fixture coming. Is it tomorrow you play Burnley?
Wednesday.
Tomorrow.
Wednesday.
Oh, it's Wednesday. Cool. Yeah, we're going to get onto that. Let me get the super chats in because there's a lot that's come through. I don't think I've caught every single one. So apologies if I didn't read yours out or I don't read yours out. Let me save this one that's just come in. Let's see what it's saying. Blue Moon in early. We got Conte, attack Kane, showed us what he can do. Spurs doing a double on City, embarrassing. Wait, another one's coming through. Let me just make sure I save these. Gandalf the GRIZZ. Easy 6 points as usual from the oil merchant, says the skip. Big up TOBS, your time to shine. But I saw something shocking this weekend. Liver Chelsea. Well, we just touched off on that. My God, the chief gremlin has come to a new low. Have some shame with you. Big up Shema. Will says the we beat Man City trophy means so much to Spurs and they call us small.
Cheeky. Very cheeky.
It's true. Spurs really are City's bogey team. Kardesh, Thiago's won every game he started, 21 out of 22. Yeah, big up Thiago. Let me not even get into that again right now. I don't know if GRIZZ is going to try to draw me out later, but we'll see. Chris says, as a Gooner, it was sad to see Spurs play like that against the champions. Conte masterclass versus Arteta disaster class when we lost to City. You know what? I can't lie. It was when Tottenham won that. It felt obviously we won the game before, but when Tottenham won it, it felt like a blow. If Tottenham beat Burnley away, that will probably make me more worried about it because obviously, like Steve said, Man City come out to attack and Tottenham did well with that style. Burnley are going to be a bit different, even though Burnley need to pick up points now as well, to be honest. So put a poll asking what team does everyone support. I think the polls on YouTube only have four options max, so can't do that. Josh says Pep really said he learns from Tuchel, then let Spurs do the double on him. To quote a great man, it's all mad. F in the chat for Lampard next week. No, GRIZZ. We've seen Trent get done multiple times and Cancelo has done it once in a blue moon. Let's not do that. Slander says Turkish we could do with a fella called Oba. He's scoring for fun at Barca. The top 4 will come down to games. Spurs, Arsenal and United, huh?
Scored a hat-trick.
Yeah. Well, one good finish, one tap in, and the other one, I didn't even know it was given
to him.
Yeah. Love this show as always, and seeing Steve rattled is crazy. And he's angry because his team lost to Spurs because he and City fans were overconfident and the players too. King said that City pack got me wheezing. Apparently no one cares about City, but the side of the bed tissues are out when they finally lose a match. Steve rattled, come on United. Facts, says Regine, nobody ever criticizes De Bruyne. Let me get this one in from Pablo. I want to make sure it's saved. GRIZZ, you were talking big about Gerrard's aura. Talk about his tactics. Why is he asking Luis to cover 40 meters? Man's playing 2 pure 10s in 2022. SAEED, who's having a better season, Elanga or Grealish?
Uncomfortable conversations. Uncomfortable.
When we go on to the teams, obviously, we'll touch. Well, actually, we was on Man City just now. I guess that's your answer. Steve, any comment on that?
Jesus Christ.
Top of the league. Top of the league. Top of the league.
You've not been top of the league, you bulb, so what are you saying that for?
Yeah. No,
that's like a parrot in the corner. Make it make sense, innit?
Calma.
Absolutely.
Man. What did you say in the group chat? What did you say in the group chat? You said don't shoot the messenger.
Ammo to get you for 10 years, and you
Why
sat there
rattle,
going,
man? Chill, man.
Like Elland, man. Who the fuck is Elland? I don't even know who that cunt is.
The one that's got the same amount of goals in Grealish and cost 100 million.
Yeah, but where's Elland in the league?
But again, well.
Well, doesn't the league matter now? Have
you won the league? Can you stop saying you won the league? You've not won the league yet. Chill out, man.
We've got gold badges on our shirts. We're champions, mate.
We're talking about that super chat. Why do you keep talking about the league, man? Talk about super chat.
Listen, if you were top of the league, we'd never hear the end of it, would we?
Yo, listen.
Your quadruple soon died, didn't it?
Steve
is a legend, man. You got to give it to Steve, man. He's a legend.
Yeah, of course he is. Everyone knows that, man. Hit the like button, people, as well, because we got 5.8k in the building. So big numbers tonight. So hit the like button. Hope you guys are enjoying the show. Let's get to 2k before it ends, because we've already passed 1. And as always, go and support the man them. All channels in the description below. GRIZZ, TOBS, Matisse, Steve, and SAEED, as well as the Big 6 official channel. We're close to 10k. I think we're 500 or so off 10k. So get us up to 10k. We're meeting up next month, 23rd of March, to record some more content. So that's going to be coming out soon as well. Make sure you guys are subscribed to that channel. Content coming real soon. And let me get through some more super chats. Speak on Cancelo. If Trent got smoked in behind like that, we'd have an entire Sky segment on it. Spurs were fantastic. They had a clear plan. Hat tip.
That made me smile there, man. I seen that smile.
I'm always smiling, man. When I'm in the presence and company of you brothers, man, I'm always smiling, man. Win, lose, or draw. Come on.
Well, my last year when you're worried about injuries.
Oh, shut up. Don't do those ones, little ones, man. Come on. Let's keep it moving.
The skip says Pep lost 3 times to Tuchel in big games. 0 points versus Spurs and was lucky versus Liverpool this season. With Trent out and Milner at right back, overrated tactician. Steve getting absolutely rattled. De Bruyne is finished.
Listen, let me tell you, you've not seen me absolutely rattled. Trust me. Innit? I don't know what the fuck that was you just did then, Grizz. I thought you had a heart attack or something.
There's only one person close to a heart attack today. Come on. This helps. This helps. Prevents heart attacks.
Where's the Salah hater? Did he see the dribbling versus Norwich?
Oh my God. Who was the Salah hater? Oh, yeah.
Imran says, was at Elland Road, big win, brilliant atmosphere. Big up the fans, not the ones with. What's going on here?
Yeah, don't say that. Yeah, I know what he means though.
There's all sorts going on.
I don't know what he means, but yeah, let's leave it at that.
Yeah, let's leave it.
Let me leave. Let me leave it. I don't know. I don't think it means what you mean, because Imran's a member of the channel as well.
No, he's not saying nothing bad. He's saying stupid fans that do stupid gestures. That's
what he's trying to say. Yeah,
he's not saying nothing bad. He's saying good things.
Yeah, but when I'm reading it, it's like big up the fans, not the ones with the Turkish flags. I'm thinking, what's going on over here?
Yeah, how you read it. Yeah.
Oh,
what did Usman do? But yeah,
okay, yeah. I get that bit. No, I don't think he meant that though. Yeah.
For the panel, big up you all and big up Turkish. Love, brother. Stay blessed. Love, Imran. Regine says, Steve, justify 100 mil for Grealish. City have an abundance of players who can do what he does. Cancelo is a better Grealish than Grealish. You come in for that much, I expect them of the season performances. Obviously, Grealish is a subject we've touched on last week as well for a little while as well.
We need a flop season, man. We need to do a show flopping.
Yeah, we are going to do. Remember, we said we might as well do a show about it as well. So we might as well.
You probably need to do it at the end of the season, though. To be fair,
things can change, man. Things can change. We've discussed this, innit? Things can change.
Thiago's one, isn't it?
Don't do that again.
Saeed's on his worst behavior tonight, isn't it?
Listen, I'm chilling, man. I'm just
and his worst takes as well.
No, but I was a question.
You ask for it. Please, sir, can I have some more? You know that Oliver Twist business.
Gabriel says, big up everyone on the panel, especially the gremlin in the corner. I lost my great grandma last week, and this show has lifted my. Sorry for your loss, my guy.
Sorry, man.
Condolences, man.
May she rest in
you
peace.
and your family, rest in peace, and hope you and your family can, get over the loss. But big up you as well for supporting and sending in the super chat. Tommy says, "Hey Tobs, remember when this show spent 2 hours talking about Arsenal almost winning against City? Talk your shit and Tommy, don't exaggerate over there, Tommy.
Boy, it wasn't this show, but it was your fan base. You would have thought that you lot smashed City 3-0 at your ground. The way they were talking, and you lost the game.
Yeah, I know we did.
Mental. Imagine if you had won. Fuck me. Wow.
Probably be like you, man, innit?
Oh really?
Look at this picture. Look at this picture. Look at this profile
What'd you say?
picture of Pablo.
I said, no,
this is hilarious.
Probably be like you, man, then, isn't it?
Oh really? You celebrated as hard as we're celebrating now after a loss.
No, you said, imagine what it'd be if we beat City.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So you celebrated as hard as we're celebrating now.
Who celebrated? Who's you?
No, not you specifically, but I'm talking about certain sections of your fan base. So I'm saying, imagine what it would have been.
Well, that was wired up the other day.
Yeah, don't even mention that guy, man. Pablo says, if only Spurs could play us in 38-game season, they might actually win something.
Mate.
Let's skip. Lukaku had 7 touches in 90 minutes. It's a prime example of the Tuchel tax. People think it's primarily Lukaku's fault, but speak on Tuchel's anti-football. We're going to touch on Chelsea shortly as well. Matisse, remember that one. I'll keep it on the side.
Saeed, what's Saeed pointing about?
I'm just saying, man, nice hat, Grizz.
You are at the peak. You are
the super chat is right down there.
Every week.
Saeed's on fire tonight.
Every single show. You are on the peak of shamelessness right now.
Grizz has got a nice hat on. That's what I'm saying.
At the peak of your shamelessness right now.
Yeah, I gave you props today when you're the ball.
I know, but the shamelessness you're on is something else. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Listen, man. We spoke on Twitter, man. I got your back, man.
Man said we spoke on Twitter. Quick response: as fans still talking about Oba, we are a better side with Laka. His effect is the reason we are going for top 4. He can improve on scoring, but he has a greater impact than Oba. People don't know ball. Shake my head. He definitely added more than Lacazette this season. I mean, more than Oba when he played this season. That's for sure. But I think saying he can improve on scoring is kind of saying it kindly.
The understatement of the year.
Yeah, slightly. Winning trophy against City is like winning trophies for other teams. Love that. City till I die. Come on, City. Big up the panel and big up Big Steve. Grizz sipping that milk. Relax, bro. We know you're happy, my guy. If Spuds ever comes in money trouble, they can always sell their trophy cabinet. And Tobe says, nah, Saeed is right, though. De Bruyne has a bad game and no one is allowed to talk about it. Pogba can be consistently good for the last 18 months. He has. And silence. Hope he leaves. British media shite. That's the... Oh, wait, I got a couple more saved. As a United fan, I want Little City to win the league rather than Liverpool winning it. That's how City is little to us. And Blue Moon says, listen, how can Gremlin and Somali Viking talk? Both teams have a mare in the league. Both strikers are done out here. Trussard, De Bruyne, Rodri, and centre-backs was bad. And like I said, we're going to stick on Tottenham as well. Toby, the Burnley game, it's a big one, isn't it? Because, yeah, like mentioned before, are you confident from that performance against City that you're going to beat Burnley, or are you still...
No, I'm not confident.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
I'm not confident because this is what Spurs do, isn't it? This is what we do. This is what we do. If beating Man City meant that Spurs were gonna kick on and go on a madness, then we would have finished top 4 last season. We would have done better than we did at the start of this season. But I'm not confident, man. Like Steve said, it was a fantastic performance, but that was more of a defensive performance where we had to pick our moments when we had to play. Against Burnley, we're going to have the majority of the ball, and we're going to need to break them down, and we're still going to have to remain responsible at the back. And one win against Man City doesn't change the fact that Spurs are still an inconsistent side. So, yeah, I'm genuinely not confident about the game. I got my shit off about the City result, but yeah, the game's gone now, and we're looking at Burnley, and yeah, it's not.
Hurricane's on fire, man. Come on, man. Hurricane's on fire. He's confident. You know, I think he should beat Burnley. Burnley, like I said to you, they did well against us, but I think we gave it to them You know what I mean?
We should beat Burnley. You're right. I'm gonna predict Spurs to win, but it doesn't mean that like I'm uber confident we're gonna win because we snuck a 1-0 win there last season. We drew 1-1 the season before, and we lost the season before that. Like Spurs have this consistent ability to make easier games look like the worst thing ever. So we'll see. I think we'll win the game. Like you said, Harry Kane, fantastic against Man City, absolutely quality. Reminded them what they missed out on. So hopefully his form can, and Romero, etc., hopefully they can actually carry this form into the Burnley game. Because if they don't, then that Man City win was for nothing.
I think you got to be careful of Burnley. I wouldn't underestimate them. I personally think they'll stay.
I'm not. That's exactly
not you. I'm talking about SAEED, because they just beat Brighton 3-0 at the Amex. Brighton are a very good team, and since Weghorst has come in, I spoke about this guy before on my own channel. This guy is serious. This Weghorst brother is not easy to deal with. Gave massive problems to Man United. He's 6'6". Do you know what I'm saying? It's good hold up play. Very good finisher in the box, 1 in 2 rate in the Bundesliga before this. So they've made a great signing. I personally think they've even improved on Chris Wood. I said that when he came in. For 12, 13 million, they made a profit and they've improved on Chris Wood. So, and Burnley are very sneaky. You know, sometimes they do take a point away from a top team, especially away from home. Liverpool, they did it prior as well last season, I think. So this Burnley team are a problem. Are we on to predictions? I can make mine already.
But not yet. TOBS hasn't made his
yet. Listen,
I tried to sneaky.
Look at Matisse with the notes. Matisse got the notes.
For Spurs, but I'm going to go for 2-1. I think we'll win the game 2-1. We'll edge it.
2-1, yeah?
Yeah.
Cool. Go on, Matisse.
I'm going to go 1-1.
Yeah, 1-1, yeah.
Where's it at?
Burnley.
Tough more.
Burnley, man.
Spurs are away. I'm going 1-1 as well. Steve.
2-2.
Toby, what did you say?
Nah, don't. No one tell him.
Just tell me what you said, man. Stop.
Don't worry about that, bro. Why do you care what I said?
Are people in the
It's
chat?
not
Man,
even your turn,
Don't tell him. If you tell him what I said,
tell me, are you going to stop like Steve stopped thousands leaving from City? You're going to stop people telling me in the chat. Come on, tell me what did Toby say?
And snitches get stitches.
Look at you, violence, you know. 2-1, you said to Spurs. Okay.
So who's next? Who has it? SAEED.
What did Steve say?
No, now you're taking a piss.
What's going on? This is the guy that actually wanted us to give our results in.
I know. And he's the one that wanted to change it as well. From the live to this.
Focus.
Yeah. I'm going to go for 2-1 Spurs as well.
2-1 Spurs as well. GRIZZ.
I'm going to go 1-0 Spurs.
1-0. That's all of them, yeah? All predictions in. That's it then, TOBS. You enjoyed enough today?
Yeah, I'm good, man. I've had my fill. Romero was praised. Kane was praised. The team was praised. Yeah, I've had my fill. Let's go.
Glad to hear it, man. SAEED, might as well move on to you next, because obviously the away
crazy
win.
game.
Yeah,
crazy game, mate. Absolute madness game. If you watch along, you'll know. You know what I mean? I even had Matisse pop in there, you know what I mean, chatting rubbish and that at 2-2, you know what I mean? Hold that smoke, mate. You know what I mean?
I'm so angry I missed it, you know. I literally had to watch it. I had to watch it after the game just to see what I missed out on. And it was the best watch ever. Because SAEED in the second half was my God. Like you said, it was a gingerbread man all over again.
Mate, gingerbread, I don't know, mate. I'm getting cooked differently now, man. It's a different oven now. You know what I mean? It's mad.
Even I came in at half time, we're 2-2, and said to him, "Calm down. You're gonna fucking win this."
Nah, you never said it in that way, man. Come on, man.
Did. Look at the chat. It says, "Calm down. You'll win this." Like that, because you was crying. I'm giving up.
No, I wasn't crying. I was just like,
bro, I've got the video saying.
Listen, this is emotional watching United, you know, man.
You know what I mean? And then
it's emotional watching United, mate.
You're coming out with the longest stats at the end. Fucking hell, you're crying at half time.
Yeah, because it means so much, innit? You know what I mean? For a player that's 100
this
million.
Is how far you fell now.
No, it's not about how far I've fallen. I did say, you know what I mean?
Can you not hear this?
My God, man!
Listen, you're not score from me, mate. Yo,
Oh my God!
listen, you're not score from me. Put the phone
Look
down.
at this. He's crying.
Listen, do you want to get this
Crying.
channel demonetized or what, man? What's going on with you?
He's literally crying.
Turkish, man.
He's literally crying.
Unless you put in a
Listen,
claim.
mate, I'm gonna demonetize his show, you know, because that's right there. You know what I mean? I'm gonna demonetize his show, mate.
Saeed,
You know what I mean? There's gonna be a civil. You know how much claim I've got on this show, you know.
We
Saeed,
need,
as I said to you in the chat, Saeed, you are a national treasure. You deserve everything that's coming your way. You're going straight to the top because you are box office. You're comedy gold, bro.
Listen, man.
You're going straight to the top.
You know what it is?
I've got no doubt. I've got no doubt about that. But the best part was when he said, "I don't know football." I totally agreed.
I don't know. Because how can you concede 2 goals in 24 seconds?
I hate you, brother.
Is that even possible?
That must be a record, no?
I was rooting for you. I'm not gonna lie. I was rooting for you.
Bro.
What do you mean you're rooting for him?
And you know what the worst thing about it is?
Hold on.
I don't get politics.
How comes I get
Why are you rooting for
criticism?
him?
How comes I get criticism for one of
man,
the
you've
teams
got my
win the
back
league
always,
over
bro.
City? But Grizz gets to
You're
stick
always
up
trying
for
to baby
every club
Saeed.
on
Why
this
are you
panel.
rooting for him?
He gets to support Arsenal. He gets to support Man United.
I tell you what.
Grizz gets to support everybody.
No. Blaspheme. You blasphemed it. I'll never, ever support Man United. Right?
Yeah.
Never.
This show is mad now.
But supporting Saeed is totally different, man. The guy, because look, at the end of the day, Man United are a pile of shit. They're irrelevant. It doesn't matter if they win the fucking odd game here and there. But my brother's health means a lot to me.
Yeah,
so when I was seeing him go through, when I see him going through all the emotions, the fucking
the
trauma, all that business, yeah.
It went like that.
I'm supporting my brother, man. I'm supporting.
Yeah, man. Nice
fuck
one,
United. You know what I mean? Until a couple of weeks when they play City, then you know what I mean.
You support United then as well.
Yeah, no, I might support United. You know what I mean? But I don't know. It's a tricky one.
This show is bad, man. Please,
it's a tricky one.
Stop that one. I'm for your own.
It's a tricky one. It's a tricky one.
Listen, I'm gonna get the cop head on you, mate. You stop right there, mate.
It's a tricky one.
No, listen, I just want to say, man, because it was a crazy game. Like I said to you, I don't even after that second goal, right? They had another chance that could have made it 3-2, and we went on the other end and scored the third goal with Fred. You know, but for me, I'm on here for 3 reasons, right? I want more respect for Ralph Rangnick because I think he has had an impact in United, and this media bias against Ralph Rangnick, call him an interim. Look, Steve, please just stay there and just, you know.
I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing at the chat, man.
What were they saying?
Don't repeat what he's saying.
No. Okay. So now I'm gonna want to repeat it.
Nah.
All right. Okay. So basically, I want 3 things. I want more respect for Ralph Rangnick. Secondly, the Pogba slander has to stop for me because he's consistently playing well this season. And me and you, Steve, had a bet. Pogba will have a better season than De Bruyne. We had a bet, didn't we, at the start of the season? Yes or no?
All competitions, assists and goals.
There we go. Okay. I don't care about goalposts. I just said whole season, right? Pogba's gonna have a better season.
All competitions, assists and goals.
Okay, yeah, okay then. Okay, I was going to agree with you. Just chill out, man. So then basically, and the third one for me is Sancho. People calling him a flop, you know what I mean? Don't realize that, you know, he's having to adapt to a different league. And there was a bit of a struggle at first because there was a lack of identity. And Ralph Rangnick has transformed Sancho. And himself, he'll give himself credit as well. But Sancho now is flourishing. You can see the confidence is brimming. You know what I mean? He's a wonderful, wonderful talent. So please, I'm urging the people to not have conversation of him being a flop. Please, you know, for your own benefit. Please, I want this chat to give some respect to 3 people. Rangnick, Paul Labile Pogba. You know what I mean? One of the greatest midfielders in the Premier League.
Okay. We get it.
Let me finish. One more. And Jadon.
Let me finish.
Sancho.
Right,
no one v
Let me
I'm not finished.
If you don't mind,
finish.
Now let him finish. This is material. This is material for Thuggery. Right?
No.
Can you rewind to before Jadon and start Jadon again for me, please?
I said one of the greatest midfielders in the Premier League.
Ya Rabbi.
Paul Lebile, Le Pionche, Le Magnifique, Pogboom, and Jadon. Listen to me. Jadon Sancho, no 1v1 demon. None of this stuff with dogs and photo shoots. I'm talking about real.
You need to lay off the crack, mate. Lay off the
Jadon
crack.
Sancho. I need you guys to talk about that, please.
What do you want, a parade? Jesus, I was about to praise these players. You look like you're looking for some sort of parade, some sort of carnival.
I've had enough of the disrespect, so please talk on it.
Okay, but let's talk. So let's talk about it, right? Let's give them credit where it's due. I watched the game. Let's remember that Leeds also are wide open as a team. That's another factor to add in. Everybody seems to attack quite well against that team. So let's rein it in a little bit. Paul Pogba in the first half was brilliant. Really, really good performance. Forget your goals and assists. If you're looking at SofaScore, he was the best player on the park for me in the first half. Obviously, he gets substituted early, but he was the one making things happen. He was very comfortable on the ball, very good. Sancho, second half, brilliant. I think he got 2 assists, probably robbed of a third as well. Man of the match, clearing away, great performance. My question back to you, Saeed, is David De Gea. Because you said he was the best goalkeeper in the league. So now I got a question. Now hold on. Let me finish now. I got a question for you. Yeah, David De Gea, his all-round game. We know he's a great shot stopper.
I like.
But what about the rest of his game? What about the rest of his game?
This is why, for me, this is why that's exactly my point here. I've given you 3 people to talk about, but yet still you divert the question.
Do you know why? Because
you divert the question. Because this is why, for me, United don't get disrespected. United get disrespected on the Big Six, and we're not fair on Man United. On this chat, we're not fair on Man United. You don't give credit where it's due.
Who told you to say this?
This isn't true.
It feels like one of your Man United friends said to you, you see mate, they don't rate Man United. Make sure
them top Reds have been into him, mate. Them top Reds are telling what to say now, innit?
No, because at the end of the day, we always talk about Jadon Sancho, flop this and that. Paul Pogba, how many? I was
never called him a flop.
No, but I'm not talking about. But we don't give enough respect to Pogba. And I've been here on this show, and I've said it. You know what I mean? Maybe I'm not talking to all of you. Maybe it's some of you. I don't know. But all I'm saying to you,
name names.
Listen, man, we're all
names in it. What do you mean?
Here.
Name names in it.
I'll say Steve's one of them. And GRIZZ, you're one of them as well. You're one of them as well, GRIZZ.
Tell me, innit? Tell me. That's what I'm saying. Name names.
Give respect.
100%. Steven GRIZZ got to give that respect to Pogba. I don't know if they got to see the game or not. But then afterwards, I need you to answer on De Gea because you were talking about Mendy. So I need that response from you too. Do you know what I'm saying? David De Gea.
Was that a freak goal, yes or no?
I'm talking about his overall performance.
The overall performance, I'm going to be very, very honest with you. His distribution is poor. But do I know that? Yes. You know what I mean? I know what David De Gea is. He's not a modern day keeper. I know that already. But I assess David De Gea what he's good at. And for Man United, he's the least of my worries. And that's all I've got to say with that one. There's more issues than David De Gea at our football club.
That's all I'm going to say. Standards are so low, though. And that's what I'm talking about. When you're saying he's the best goalkeeper in the league, and you're just looking at his strengths, but you're not looking at his weaknesses. That doesn't really work.
But at the end of the day, what you got to realize is, though, at United, though, he's performing outrageously. And I can look at that in isolation. Whereas I don't give Mendy credit because I feel like he's got a good defense in front of him. That's the reason why.
But and I've seen most great goalkeepers have always had a great defensive. Yeah, but Van der Sar, we spoke about this in the Big Six channel. Van der Sar had Ferdinand and Vidic in front of him. Doesn't mean you don't give them their credit.
But then again, for me, I'm not comparing Van der Sar to Mendy. I'm not.
No, but that's the logic that I'm trying to rebuttal. It doesn't make any sense.
My thing is, David De Gea for me has been one of the best performing, keepers in the league this season, and nobody can deny that. Nobody. So I don't know where you're trying to take this. I know David De Gea's deficiencies.
But I'm saying when you made it, when you put him at the top goalkeeper in the league, for me that was you shot too high. I think you shot too high there for me.
That's my own belief. I believe in that. But again, let's not digress. I want you to talk about Pogba and Sancho if you can.
Well, listen,
if you don't want to,
I've given them their credit. I've given them their credit. I thought they were brilliant.
Yeah,
I thought Bruno was good in the second half. I think first half not as great. Ronaldo nowhere to be seen in this team. I think potentially you got to look at taking him out because he's not really. He for me, and we'll come on to Lukaku later. Him and Lukaku look just as disjointed from the rest of their teams as each other right now.
I agree with you with that one.
I think the rest of the team seems to fit together, but I think Ronaldo just looks a bit disjointed and a little bit isolated. So, but Sancho was brilliant, Pogba was brilliant, and Wan-Bissaka, listen, I would like to see a lot more. And that's coming from a rival because, listen, I've got no intention of you guys doing well. But watching Wan-Bissaka play at right back, it actually stresses me out as a Chelsea fan. That's the extent I'm talking to you with just the ball control, everything. It's mad. So, but yeah, credit where it's due for those other guys.
I don't understand what you want man to say about Sancho though, bro. Like, what 1-2 games, and you want man to say
no, it's not about 1-2 games.
Saeed, I think
it's not about 1-2 games. No, but sorry, it's not about 1-2 games though. That's where you're wrong, innit?
Leave him to it. That's his own. He's in his own little bubble, innit? Leave him to it. Let him have that.
It's not 1-2 games. You're right, Saeed.
The greatest Premier League, mate, all that bullshit. Let him have it.
No, I've just asked for some sort of credit to Sancho.
I gave. He turned up for 2 games in February. He turned up for 2 games in February.
To be fair, Steve, I did give Sancho
what
credit.
What did you say there?
But to be fair, I gave Sancho credit on my
Turned up
Twitter.
for 2 games in February, and you want us all to give him credit? Are you mad?
No. Just one thing about Sancho. That's where you're wrong.
This guy was poor. Sancho, listen, Matisse knows how much I rate Sancho. I'm constantly singing this guy's praises on the London Carnage show, but Jadon Sancho was null and void for 60% of this season. Yes, he's played well in the last month or so. Yes, so maybe he can have a strong end to the season. He was always going to need time to adapt, but fundamentally, Jadon Sancho has been poor for the most part of his Man United career to date. He has. You just have to keep the same energy you had for Kai Havertz, the same energy you had for Ndombele, the same energy you had for Grealish. Just fade. We're going to give Sancho was sick against Leeds. Sancho played well against Brighton. Sancho has probably been one of your best, if not your best attacker in the last month or so. But what about the other 6 or 7 months of the season? Like, let's just put things into perspective.
Guys,
we can Sancho for what he's doing at the moment. We can also be honest about what he's done over the course of the season.
Sancho is, what is it, end of February? Yeah, and he saw Alisson get an assist and took it personally and went 1 assist more than my goalkeeper. And you want me to sit here and praise Sancho? Like, make sense.
Disrespect, mate. That's why.
Disrespectful. No. I've been bantering him, and for a reason. Of course, I don't think anyone here doesn't rate the talent Sancho has. I don't think anyone here doesn't rate the talent Pogba has. But for you to say Pogba is one of the Premier League's all-time greats, I think you said something like that. That's mad, bro. This is where
I said the greatest midfielder in the Premier League in this season. That's all I've said. I'm not saying all-time great.
The greatest midfielder in the Premier League this season, Pogba. He's been injured for half the season.
Outrageous, man. Outrageous claim. No, he didn't mean that. He didn't mean that.
He didn't mean that. He didn't even mean that. He didn't
mean that. You didn't mean that. I know you didn't mean that. I know you very well.
Yeah, but
you didn't mean that.
You didn't understand the context I was saying it. But go on.
Okay. No. If you want to give context, because I believe in context. Go on.
Sorry?
I believe in context. Give context.
No, but I'm talking about Pogba, and I'm trying to praise it. I'm saying one of the greatest midfielders in the Premier League this season.
I can't keep a straight face when you say that.
In terms of his qualities, he's one of the best midfielders in the league.
Saeed, we already
knows that. Everybody knows that.
Yeah, on quality, yeah, but we already know.
Is all this coming out after a win against Leeds United?
You haven't been watching him, though. You haven't been watching him. You haven't been watching him. That's the thing. A lot of people that disrespect Pogba, A, they don't watch him, and B, they say it's only 1 game. Every single team that watches Pogba, every single fan, and maybe it's not all fans, but I just look at some of you guys here. You look at Paul Pogba and you always say to yourself, well, can he do it at this game? Can he do it at that game? And you don't give him the credit he deserves. But when De Bruyne has stinker after stinker... Let me just finish it. When De Bruyne has stinker after stinker, nobody on here says anything. But Paul Pogba, one bad game, and you're all out there, man. And that's as simple as that. Last season, not the same level of
when De Bruyne has a stinker, we often win 5-0. So that's why people won at him, innit? So what do you want to do? Start picking out little holes because we did score 6.
Context.
Guys, can I with permission?
The thing is,
that's all I'm saying. You have to be fair
from like an agenda angle. You've come at it from an agenda angle. You ain't even giving us the opportunity to
Toby
analyze the game. Pogba was excellent.
Toby, can I
to say that?
No, but Toby. When he has a few good months here, you all say, "Well, can he do it for 3-4 months?"
That's not true. Last season, was I not agreeing with you that
we're talking about year after year?
Last season, were we not
guys? Guys, are you ready? Guys, are you ready? Guys, are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? Paul Pogba was taken off for Fred at 2-2.
I don't understand what was happening.
And then Fred went on to score. And Man United went on to score 4-2.
So what are you trying to say? So what are you going to dismiss the first half?
So what I'm trying to say, the Ralph Rangnick you want praise for, he's the one who took Pogba off. Yes? No, he took him off.
Don't do this.
So Ralph Rangnick, I'll give him praise.
This is the prime example of this, man.
Brother, context in it.
You cannot give, with a straight face, you cannot
context.
give Pogba praise.
I'm giving my straight face.
No,
unless you
can't give Pogba.
Unless you make me laugh.
Praise.
Unless you make me laugh in the next 30 seconds, I'm going to keep a straight face.
Grizz.
Unless you're making me laugh.
Admit it.
You're making me laugh.
Grizz.
Don't make me laugh.
It hurts you to give Pogba praise.
Okay, I'm about to say some things. You said give praise to how many people? Did he say, Steve? Ralph Rangnick,
Sancho.
Yeah, Sancho and Pogba, yeah? Jadon Sancho has gone one. Where these brothers gone, man? What's going on here?
Everyone's had enough, mate. Everyone's had enough to get an Anakin and that.
What? He's gone one assist. He's gone one assist clear of my goalkeeper at the end of February, and he cost you 80 million, yeah? As an attacker in an attacking team. Ralph Rangnick, David De Gea has been the busiest keeper. Just shows you how shit you're fucking resting.
But we weren't talking about David De Gea, so why are we talking about David De Gea?
I think you said David De Gea as well. Like, you know,
no, I never. I said three
people. Paul Pogba in that first half showed some lovely touches and crisp control. We know he's the most talented player on that pitch. In those conditions, Pogba was showing how you play football, yeah? But unfortunately, it was 2-2 when he came off because you ran out of steam or whatever the case may be. Your professor took him off and enabled Fred to come on and win the game. There's your context.
You know, he's come back from a long injury as well. You know that as well. So
how many games has he missed? How many games has he missed?
Oh my God!
Well, you just said he's been out for a long time for long.
No, but I'm just saying it was a tactical reason. So I think you're trying.
I think it was a tactical reason because he ran out of steam.
And again, that's why I praise Ralph Rangnick. So that's all it was.
I think it was tactical because Leeds obviously starting to make the game end to end, but that shouldn't.
So you take the greatest Premier League, you take off the greatest Premier League midfielder this season.
No, I'm not agreeing with that.
Midfielders never been taken off.
Objectively, he was the best player on the pitch against. Yeah. He was. No one is gonna disagree with that. He was the best player on the pitch. Performance-wise, he was the best on the pitch. Yeah. Whether he went off or not, he was the best player on the pitch. End of.
Yeah. Simple. I'm just giving you facts. As soon as he went off, they won 4-2.
Well, yeah, bruv.
He was instrumental in them going to up in the first place. So
yeah, he was, and
again,
he played good, man. I'm just baiting, but the facts speak for themselves as well.
You're terrible.
All right, listen, we're in at Man United. Ain't got a fixture this week, so we're gonna keep it moving. SAEED, unless you got another point, or are you good?
No, big win. Like I said to you, top four, everything's rolling in, man. It's exciting. The top four, Premier League everywhere.
Another quick hit for THUGGEry there. No, that was easy.
What did I say there?
No, you move on with your chest like this, but it's all right, cool. Liverpool got Leeds this week. GRIZZ obviously had to come back against Norwich. The amount of people that tweeted me after that game, you can only imagine.
About what?
About what? Man said about what? About a certain Thiago.
Nah, let's move on from there, man. Everyone has a howler. You had a howler. You know, you're big enough to say, you know, you're the howler. It happens. None of our opinions are facts. You know what I mean? We just give our opinions. You know what I mean?
I still stand by what
you don't, bro. I know you as well, man. You're my brother, man. You don't stand by that. Listen, Thiago's a flop. You don't think
he came on against Norwich. I can't lie to you.
Hands up, Norwich, man. It's not about Norwich, man.
Hands up. He made them look like Norwich. At the end of the day, people can't be tweeting me about Norwich Football Club.
Yeah, that was ill-timed of them. Yeah.
Expectations in reality, you didn't bring him in for that sort of an impact. You brought him in for the big, the big cups, the big titles and whatnot. And you're back in it. You're back in it, and he's having a good season when he does play.
Yeah, he's been magnificent, and he was magnificent as well when he came on. Again, he was magnificent in a lot of games he's played. But the point is, we had to at 50 minutes. It was like the title's over. This is fuckery, man. What's going on here? Like, even before City had played Spurs, we were thinking, what the fuck's going on? But yeah, we turned it on in that second half.
Why did he rotate so much, though?
Yeah, because if you're not going to rotate against Norwich at home, with all respect to Norwich, when the fuck are you going to respect? Especially when you got Leeds, who's going to be the tougher game, and then a League Cup final, you know. And then basically we've just played 4 games in 10 days. So he had to choose one game where he's going to just rotate. And this 4 games in 10 days is a lot of work, man, for any squad. You know what I mean? And then we made 7 changes. Fucking hell, it's mad. And it showed. There was no rhythm. There was no nothing. Norwich, under, what's his name? Dean Smith. You know what I mean? He's a good coach, man. He's done all right at Sheffield United as well. Was he at Sheffield United? Yeah, Sheffield United, wasn't it?
Nah, that was...
What team was he at?
Dean Smith was Aston Villa, innit?
Aston Villa, sorry.
Aston Villa, yeah.
Aston Villa, yeah. So, look, it was a bit shaky, but fucking hell, man. It made us sweat, but in the end, the last half an hour was fucking good. Like, that kid Diaz, man. I call him a kid, he's 25, but that finish, that touch. All our front 3 scored without... Only Salah played brilliant. The other 2 scored wonderful goals, but didn't play. They looked like they played like the first time together, and that's how it was. You know what I mean? The only negative would be Ox. You know what I mean? I just don't know. I just don't know if this guy's got a future with us, man. He's the only one who just doesn't look the part, man. You know, I like Ox, man, but as a player, I live for Liverpool. But the rest, everyone came in and done their jobs, man. And woo! Then thanks to Antonio, you know what I mean? We're this title race is there, man, and that's what you want. You want a good title race. I mean, obviously Steve don't want that, but everyone else, like, you want a good title race. You don't want it boring coming at the end of the season. Yeah, but you know what? Most fans, like, you know, sort of would want to love to like stride away, and it would have been. And as Steve says, there's no saying that every time one of us loses, we go on a 5, 6, 10 game winning streak. So it could happen that if City do that...
I said on here that the league ain't over. I said there's going to be twists and turns and it's going to go to the wire.
No, you did. Fair play to you. You did. Fair play to you. You did.
People been DMing me going, you thought the league was over. It's like, you clearly don't watch my content.
No, you didn't say that.
But what I'm saying is now, this Liverpool being so close will spur us on and push us on. When we start getting a comfortable lead, we take the eye off the ball, like you're seeing at weekends. So now I'm expecting City to click into gear. And listen, the title will be decided at the Etihad Stadium.
Do you know what, Steve? I know a lot of people are calling that the decider, but I genuinely think it could be not decided before then. But I don't think that will be the decider per se. It's literally, and I'll say it openly and I'll say it on screen, if we need a win going into that game, it's going to be very difficult. It will be. But if we go into that game not needing a win, then I'll say we become the favourites. At the moment, I still say you're the favourites.
The point at weekend should have been
exactly my point.
If we take a point there, and you win your game in hand, and then you beat us at the Etihad, we're still a point ahead.
Exactly, yeah.
But when 100%. We got that point, I said, "Shut up shop now, take a point." We did something similar under Mancini at Sunderland at home, I think it was. We were getting beat 1-0. And we got a point. And I said, that point will win us the league. And I'm telling you, that point, not shutting up shop, because we deserve nothing from the game weekend. So to get a point out of it, I was relieved. And in a title race, you've got to get something. You've got to be clever. You've got to get something. I'm surprised that Pep went for it, you know what I mean, and got caught on the counter. And at the end of the day, it's going to the wire. It's going to the wire. And it's going to... Listen, we've chased people down and won the league. And we've kept ahead of people and won the league. So we know what to do. But Liverpool have got the bit between the teeth. And I always say I prefer to be chasing. And it's going to the wire. City fans might not like it. Liverpool fans might not think it is. But I think it's going to the wire, mate.
Yeah, it's exciting. It's going to be one hell of a fucking ending to the season, man. 100%.
Do you believe you can get it, GRIZZ?
Yeah, 100%. The belief is there. Look, I believed in my team. I've always said this. I believed in my team. Yeah. But I didn't believe that City are going to... Do you get what I'm saying? I didn't think City are going to drop enough points. So that's where my belief died down. But obviously, seeing them drop points to Southampton, Spurs, increases my belief. Do you get what I mean? It's not about me believing in Liverpool or not. I fucking believe in my team. I just didn't have enough belief that City are going to drop enough points. And that's where I'm still at.
Let me look at some super chats as well, because I forgot to touch in on them after the Man United talk. Benjamin says, Man City just can't handle... Ben, you've done me over here, man.
Read it then. Tottenham going to read it for you. Man City just can't handle North London team.
You're taking the piss, Benjamin.
Them, and Arsenal pressed them really hard in the first half once. Yeah, he's right.
Cool. Cool. How was Miss Sawyer in person? Because she was very nice, actually, like, very approachable, talkative. She was welcoming. She was good, man. She was good. Big up, Natalie. Dexter says Turkish flag. Think it's about United. Okay, cool.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah. I got it in the end. Saeed was right about Lukaku shipping back to United. Original basis. Can we talk about how Bruno is supposedly having a bad season, but he's on 22 goals and assists, and none are penalties? That was a good assist for Elanga, but CR7, not gonna lie. Is that what that stands for still? I don't know if it's changed over the years, but yeah. Big up, Big Steve. I'm from Boston, and the champions are waiting. Rest in peace, Jamal Edwards, a pioneer for UK music. 100%.
Man.
A pioneer, man. It's shocking. It's mad. Like
it's sad, man.
31, man.
It's becoming common as well. Like it's in my age group and whatnot. So it's crazy. Imran back again. Oh, clearing up that earlier one. Love Imran. You don't have to kind of, I got it in the end, but love for that. Adam says, since Matisse sold his stocks on Lukaku, his hairline's been looking mint. Also, Sancho is the truth. Top of the league. Big up, Big Steve and the boys. City. Real ball talk say, my guy. What's going on? My guy.
Big up to each one of you.
Big up each one of you, man. 6.3K watching on Monday night. You guys are household names. Should City have not spent 100 million on Grealish and used the extra on Kane? First and foremost, real ball talk. Big up you, man, as well. Love for the love always, man. You, man, have supported the team from the very get-go. So appreciate that. Appreciate every single one of you guys watching, subscribers, the people that leave comments and engage in the chat. It's all love. So big up every single one of you. And like always,
on the Kane thing as well. Hindsight is great, isn't it? Because let's just rewind it to about Christmas time on this show, and we spoke about Harry Kane, and people were saying, "Look at the season he's having. He can't hit a barn door. He's not been playing well." And then now, obviously, Conte's coming and getting a tune out of him, and he's playing well. This Premier League season, it's mad how things change all throughout the season. You know what I mean? Remember me telling people were saying it was a farmers' league. Oh, Pep Guardiola's turned into a farmers' league. Well, Tottenham beat Man City. Burnley went to Brighton and won 3-0. Watford went to Villa and won. Norwich was 1-up at Liverpool. This league's the best in the world for a reason, but people get gassed halfway through the season. This business end of the season now is when you wouldn't be surprised now if Liverpool lost to Leeds, Burnley went and beat Spurs, City went and drew at Everton. You know what I mean? This is how this league is, man. This is why we not got to appreciate it and all that farmers league slander shit. It's mad. This Premier League now is hotting up. Relegation teams like Everton getting dragged into it. Newcastle fighting their way out. It's the best league in the world, man. It's mad.
I think the Kane thing is, again, it's recency bias, isn't it? Because Man City are still top of the league and they've had no striker. They've had no striker all season. Okay, great. Harry Kane, fantastic. Any team will be better with Harry Kane in the side, but they're still top of the league.
That display, we all know that's in there. In the Euros, he was a bit hit and missed, blah, blah, blah. But we know Harry Kane's in there. And that display, he proved it. And he's a great finisher. And listen, the last thing you want to do is give 4 chances to him because 3 of them's in. You know what I mean? And that's what we did. That's why I can't get my head around it.
I think the argument will probably fall down to Champions League. And if let's say you go out in the Champions League and it comes down to a goal scoring issue, then this,
Pep said it weeks ago.
That's what I said.
Pep said it on Sky. He said, at the minute, because we're winning, nobody's mentioning a striker. But there's going to be a time soon when we lose.
Yeah, that was Southampton.
And you will blame the striker. And that City fans were doing it a weekend. I was in Lisbon Wednesday night. We scored 5. No mention of a striker. Everyone was gravy train. Coming out the game at weekend, fucking hell, should have bought a striker. It's the same week in, week out. It is what it is. You've got to trust the manager, man. Trust the manager. We're top of the league for a reason. You know what I mean? We're not struggling. We're top of the league for a reason. We lost the game. Didn't go to plan. Now we see how we bounce back. We bounce back, win the league. It's all forgotten about. If they crumble and bottle it, it's a fucking major problem.
Quick response says, since Laka came back into the side, we've only lost a couple of games. Do your homework. Oh, and your trophy cabinet is pretty airy too. Obviously, these super chats are going back to when we was at the end of the Tottenham discussion when Toby was mentioning.
Oh, yeah.
Jamil says, Bruno Fernandes, undeserved hate. People always talk about his turnovers, but it's understandable because when Pogba isn't playing, which is most of the time, who's going to create those chances? McFred. Shamar says
they are playing better together, though. They are playing better together, Pogba and Bruno. So I disagree with that one.
My ears are bleeding. Make it stop, Turkish. 2 good games for Pogba and Sancho was good against Leeds. 2 good games for Pogba and Sancho was good against Leeds. They play 0 at the back. How do you sleep, Saeed?
Is this another going against City fan? Yeah.
Going against City fan.
Aslan says Sancho.
Steve knows.
Sancho's comfortably
been against United fans in my DMs, mate. Don't make me expose them.
Yeah, Steve, you know.
Sancho's comfortably been United's best player in 2022 and still nowhere near his full potential. The kid is special. All I'm saying is when we bought Pepe for 70 mil, yeah, he wasn't getting no excuses and no leeway. He wasn't given anything. 1 or 2 games, it wouldn't mean anything to anyone. At the end of the day, the same judgment. I think TOBS said Havertz and TOBS mentioned other players. It's the same. You just got to get with it. But just because he's English, I'm meant to be like, it's all right, man. We give him... Nah, that's even more reason he should be hitting the ground running. That's how I see it. 2 goals and 2 assists for 72 Scamcho. 2 good games since the start. Look at his positioning. Where do you want him to stand, says Mustafa. Saka over Sancho used to be a discussion. It's a fact now. How many games...
I like Sancho. I like Saka, by the way.
Thank you. How many games has Pogba even played this season? Wasn't he out for like 3 months again? Saeed's waffling now. If Grealish is a flop, so is Sancho. 2 goals, 2 assists in 21. Same stats as Grealish, more games. Big up Turkish. Come on, you Gunners. Shamar again. Saeed, is Bruno still on the floor? That guy. Saka's finish was fire on Saturday. Talk on it, Turkish. This kid is only 20. Emil Smith-Rowe, 9 goals in the Prem. Only Jota, Salah and Sterling have more. We are so lucky. Well, hopefully we build on it, and we're going to get onto Arsenal shortly as well. If we're looking at the overall season, Sancho has been a disappointment. He's just finding form in Jan. Saeed's flip-flopping on the show again. Drop the spade and stop talking cat piss. Give him his credit, man. Pogba is our best player right now. Kraid, Lowit, Pogba's been underwhelming overall. Imagine these chats back to back. I'm reading it now.
What's a Kraid?
I need a percentage here, Turkish. You know what I mean? When's the percentage coming?
I'm going to tweet that. That's quality.
That's what I'm going to tweet that. Pogba's been very good since he's been back. That's about 3 games. He's not the midfielder of the season. That's silver for sure. Based on Saeed's point, Thiago is one of the best midfielders in the Premier League. Pogba walks into any Big 6 side, let alone any top club in the world. Enough said.
That's the problem. He walks.
Easily.
As much as I love Pogba and I rate his talent, he will barely make up my top 50 all-time Premier League midfielders. His talent hasn't translated consistently. 80 million is a steal for Sancho on current form. GRIZZ is a hater. Pogba's clear of Thiago. Good show. Good show. Question: why is it every time United or Tottenham beat the bottom half teams, it is quality, but when Arsenal does it, it's only this.
We haven't got to Arsenal, have we?
If you don't rate Pogba, you hate football. Pogba is football. He's magnifique. World Cup final, man of the match, the closest thing we'll ever. Nah, you can't say that.
Say the rest, man. Say the rest.
Nah. Zidane
let me finish it then. Let me finish it. Can I finish that? I said the closest thing you'll have to do that.
So I forgot Iniesta played golf, didn't he? Ridiculous statement. Fuck me.
GRIZZ, can you?
It stresses you lot, innit? Pogba talking.
It's not. No. Pogba doesn't stress me. That statement is ludicrous. If someone says something crazy, you're gonna get onto him for it. That's a
Saeed is usually he's used to crazy statements. You know, Bruno Fernandes, the best midfielder of all time.
Is nonsense.
De Gea, the best goalkeeper in the world. He's used to crazy statements, Saeed. So this is why it doesn't.
I'm just saying respect super chats. That's all I'm saying.
GRIZZ, can you address Alisson handling the ball outside the box that rival fans keep harping about?
I don't recall the incident. Which one is he talking about? I don't know. Sorry. Or does he mean generally Alisson's handling of? I don't know.
It sounds like it.
Can you address Alisson handling the ball outside the box that rival fans keep harping about?
What does he do? Something when he catches the ball on the line?
I don't know.
Move on, man. Irrelevant anyway, man.
Only difference is GRIZZ is mad with it full of why water is wet. What are we talking about here?
Who's Osho?
Who's Osho? Anyone know? Like I thought maybe allow it, innit? Like carry on.
Loves a Google mid-show. Do your thing, Tobes. That's all the super chats I managed to save. Listen, the chat's been mad. There's 6.5k tonight. Love for the love. Apologies if I've missed super chats because I know I've definitely missed a few. If that's one of yours, I apologize. But we obviously have to keep it moving as well. Hour 20 minutes in. Liverpool Leeds predictions. GRIZZ, starting with you.
4-1.
4-1. Cool. Tobes?
Is it Liverpool at Anfield or?
Yeah, they're at Anfield, yeah.
Anfield, yeah. I'm going to go 3-1.
You're going 3-1, yeah? Cool. Matisse?
I'm going to go 3-0 Liverpool.
3-0. I'm going 3-0. Steve?
Yeah, 3-0.
3-0. SAEED?
I'm gonna go 4-0.
4-0, something different. All right, cool. Arsenal next. Might as well. Let's touch on Chelsea first because it was a last-minute goal. Matisse.
Yeah, I mean, listen, awful performance, really. I mean, Lukaku, the stat line is crazy, you know, like crazy limited touches. Sky Sports are covering it like it's a film at this point on Twitter. The guy had no shots. The guy had I think he had 7 touches, which is a record low. And, you know, I saw Match of the Day analysing it, and there is times where Havertz is not picking out the pass for him as well. He's not seeing it. Pulisic has never been great with his vision to put the ball in behind. I do feel like a lot of the players don't match Lukaku in terms of being direct. But also, I think there was a really good comment on this from one of my mates, is that Chelsea are worried about getting caught in transition. So they don't want to play the risky ball and worry about a turnover, because in the midfield, you know, there's players. Jorginho is not the quickest. Sometimes when Alonso plays, he's not the quickest. So Chelsea have never been best dealing with transitions over the last few years. Lampard, you know, we were getting a lot of transitions before he was sacked, and it was massive problems. So to play that risky pass, you will concede transitions. I guess we saw it in the City Tottenham game. We don't want that. So maybe there is safer passing going on, but I still would like them to be more direct. In saying that, I've been saying on the show for weeks, I would just drop Lukaku. You know, if it's not working, don't force it. Put him on the bench, take him out, go back to what we was doing before, where we were pressing teams to death and we was trying to have turnovers and cause problems from the front with Werner, with Havertz. Even though these guys are not the solution in the striking department, at least you go back to pressing from the front and having some sort of base to work off. But listen, Ziyech is in great form. He gets the winner. He was the only attacker that looked good up there. I think, you know, Pulisic, you know, Havertz, these guys, it's all very inconsistent at the moment. And there's no one really standing up to be counted for outside of Ziyech over the last month. But again, until any of my attackers are showing Premier League winning form, I'm not going to go overboard and give them too much praise, because you can do it for a month. You can even do it for 2 months. But at the end of the day, where we are, do you know what I mean? We're way off the pace. We're just in third. And for me, the rest of the Premier League season is just about finishing comfortably in third. I don't want to see them. I don't want to hear them. Just no noise, no drama for top 4, and focus on the cups for the rest of the season. So good win. But listen, Palace came close a few times. You know, they got some good players. Elise is very good. Zaha came close as well. Someone in the chat saying I owe Ziyech an apology. He's in his prime and now he's starting to play good. I think you got up your standards. You know, go and look at the rest of our attackers that we used to have when we win Premier League titles. Anelka, Drogba, Malouda. Go and look at them standards. Not 2 months. I give him his credit where it's due. I give him his praise. But if you want to win the Premier League, you need players that are going to be consistent from beginning to end, like Mohamed Salah. That's the level of a prime player at the wing position. Yeah, that's the level. So when we're at that level, then I'll apologize. Until then, credit where it's due. But yeah, that's all I've got to say on that, because people think I've got an agenda against Ziyech. I don't have no agenda on any player. I want us to win games. Do you know what I'm saying? By the end of the day, you need to put your standards back where they should be, because Chelsea's attack this season is why Chelsea are not in this title conversation. The defense has been fine. The defense had a couple of games where everybody was starting to say, oh my God, the defense has been great. Clean sheets, galore. Do you know what I mean? The defense has been great, but the attack. What's with all this arming and ahhing from you? What's going on over there?
Oh man, Elsie's attack.
We've spoken about it. Remember we spoke about it last week. We ran it. We want to get blamed. Remember that game?
Let's just move up. Let's move up.
Okay, right then. So calm it down, simmer down over there, y'all. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Don't worry, London Carnage. I've remembered everything you said today. So London Carnage.
There's too many names. That's all. But yeah, go on.
I remember your Doherty and Ndombele comments too.
Yeah, remember them all. We'll talk about
you know that picture of you where you were stressed, like this, trying to
talk really hard.
I got that meme.
Let's move on. Turkish versus Arsenal. Let's move on.
But listen, good win, and we keep it moving, man. We keep it moving.
Like Tob said, he's talking about London Carnage, a show on Matisse's channel. So obviously you know that if you've already subscribed, all channels in the description below. There's Mank Talk on SAEED's channel with Steve and Saeed. There's London Carnage there. GRIZZ is about 1.5K away from 10K. So listen, 6.5K in the building. We're touching an hour and a half. We're going to go a little bit over. So make sure you guys show every single one of these lots some love by subscribing. And THUGGERY too is part of the team. And obviously provide the clips and whatnot, which you guys enjoy so much. Like Tob said, obviously Arsenal, because we've got to do a prediction for us too, and bearing in mind the time, we got to keep it moving. But the win-wise, listen, the win is the win. It's Brentford. If there's any chance of top four, we need to be beating Brentford, and we got the job done. Their goal at the end, it was one of those ones that, listen, it is what it is. I'm taking the 3 points. The first half performance was very good, but it didn't produce anything. We went in 0-0. Second half performance was probably more controlled, I guess, and then produced 2 goals. But those goals are the moments that really won the game, and we didn't really add more to that at home, which is a concern. But Smith Rowe and Saka. Outside looking in, is the hype real to you guys? Smith Rowe and Saka, are they going to be stars for the next 5-10 years, whether it's at Arsenal or not, for England and so on?
I think they are.
Saka, I think Saka's quality, man. I think he's going. I rate him higher than I rate Smith Rowe. I think they're both really good players, but Saka for me is just that level above. So they will go on to be like excellent players. But that being said, I think the gas from your team is always on steroids when it comes to players that are actually performing well for Arsenal.
Well, what player?
I like both. I think there's no point choosing. I think they're two of Arsenal's probably brightest stars at the moment, obviously in the attack as well. So I think they're both very good. But I do think I've seen shouts that they could leave, and I think that'll be the wrong move from both of them. I think Arsenal in a good place. They're in a good place. I think they should stay there for a good 2, 3, 4 more years minimum. Keep developing, keep that form, put up those numbers while obviously still being good on the eye. And then if Arsenal don't get to where they need to be in terms of progress, then you can start looking at leaving. But why would you leave a team that play when you're playing week in, week out? To go and join a team higher. I've seen Liverpool, Man City discussions only to be probably on the bench. You know, for me, it wouldn't make no sense. So stay there, keep the graft up. You're literally not carrying, but you're literally the shining light for the club. That's still a big club to be at as well. So I think they're in a good spot.
What Matisse is trying to say is nurture them well when they're at the peak, and then you can sell them. Is that what you're saying? Be honest.
If Arsenal don't start winning trophies, if Arsenal don't start winning the big trophies, then they'll have to leave. They'll have to leave at some point. I'll have to leave at some point.
I wanted to ask you guys how you feel about them, because obviously when you're
the ballers,
I'm an Arsenal fan, and within it's like, you know, you get caught up in the moment. Young guys come through the academy, they're winning games. It's going into February, March now, and they're still going strong. Sometimes when you got a young side, young players, and you rely upon them, I've seen in the past, as the season drags, they become inconsistent, they become leggy, and still we're relying upon them. In January, we didn't add anything. Martinelli gets a red card. Smith Rowe comes in, he scores.
I agree with Toby though. I think Saka's got just a little bit more, just a bit more. Like he's had to play all over the pitch for Arsenal over the last couple of years. You have to remember he's playing left back, left wing back, left mid. Now he's gone right. Sometimes he's played midfield. So he's been able to put in some good performances performances in all those positions. So I think Saka for me just got that little edge. He's obviously been around longer as well.
I think with Saka, Emil Smith Rowe is actually sick. I've literally witnessed it first hand twice how sick he is. But I think with Bukayo Saka, he's just threatening, even in absence of his finishing and stuff. Like he's a player that can just put defenders on edge. Like he gets the ball, he attacks, and he kills. More than I can say for certain other wingers in London, but I'll
your agenda is mad now. It's mad. Your agenda's nuts. You got to relax. You're getting to the point where you're a bit obsessed. We've already spoken about my guy. You're a bit obsessed now. That's problematic.
Sure.
And we got Wolves next, innit? So we got Wolves at the Emirates rescheduled fixture.
This is the real test for Arteta now. This game here, real test.
Well, kind of. It's every game's a test. Like away at Wolves after that January window, we needed to win. Against Brentford at home, just gone in the weekend. When you look at how the other results went with Tottenham,
because they got James. I don't know if you see the stat that James AFTV James put, but you know the top 6, the results haven't been great, and you would class Wolves as the kind of in and around that area. So I think that's where they've got results against the so-called lesser teams, but when it matters the most, I feel like this is the one where I look at now. If Arsenal can win this, then I think they should have serious belief of top 4. You know what I mean? So that's why I'm saying this is going to be very, very key. You know, someone saying they're playing 9 games. They're not playing 9 games. I'm being truthful.
They beat.
Did they not just beat Wolves?
No. I understand that, but I feel like now it's like they're expected to beat Wolves now, whereas before Wolves came in a bit of
good point.
They beat United. Do you know what I mean? Now it's like right
expectations versus
good point.
Yeah.
I like your point. Yeah, good point.
Yeah, man.
The chat saying Neto's back as well. Is he actually back to
He
start?
is. He was on the bench.
He came on off the bench, against Leicester.
Prudence was very good as well on the weekend. He got man of the
Prudence,
match.
mate,
him and
Hazard 2.0.
That was a
him and Lookman were very good in the game. Leicester.
I'm just liking the way Matisse and Toby are talking so much on Arsenal. I like it. I'm scanning all this, people. I'm scanning all this. You're coming around to sing Arsenal and you're speaking nicely of the people at Arsenal. Carry on.
It's gonna be sweet.
But I was shocked that Prudence actually hasn't got like ridiculous output this season. Has he been injured or what's been going on with Prudence?
He's too wayward.
Yeah, flatters to deceive. Flatters to deceive.
Surprising, isn't it? Yeah. Because he's good. He seems like a talented player from what I saw at the weekend. But
he affects games, but he just needs to be the end product.
I don't think he does. I think he's got great feet, but in the final third, when it matters most, he's lacking.
I think the style of play comes into play with him as well. I think he'd probably be better off in a team that can find him quicker than a Wolves side. But predictions, I'm going 2-1 Arsenal. I can see it being a shot. I can see it being a draw, but I'm just gonna say 2-1 because we're 1-2 on the back, and after beating them away, which is the harder job, I think we should just get it done now. 2-1. Steve.
1-1.
1-0. SAEED.
Oh man. You know what? It took a score. Wolves don't concede. They literally hardly concede. You know what, man? I just feel like Arsenal have got to win this, man. I'm going 1-0 Arsenal. If that's psychological, then it is. But I think 1-0 Arsenal, man. I think they have to win this for me.
1-0. GRIZZ?
1-1. What?
You're going against your team.
Wow. Shocked.
No, I predicted a 4-0 for my team.
Oh, no. But Matisse is right. Your second team.
I actually got confused there because I actually believed in my head your team was Arsenal. I actually bamboozled me there.
I'm going to go for 0-0.
Matisse.
1-0 to the Arsenal, I think.
1-0. That's all the predictions in. You know what? It was a big week in the prediction table too, because SAEED, TOBS, and is it Matisse got a correct score this week?
Damn straight. Nah, I'm
1-0 to the Chelsea, man. How many 1-0s,
bro?
You know it, yeah. And there's a good stat out there. How many 1-0s have I got correct as his scores? Watch out for
you've been on them 1-0s, bro.
I'll check it through. I've got them all written down.
I think it's about 3 or 4.
This is murder. Look at this.
Is this the table? Is this the table?
This is
them correct scores.
I need a good week.
These brothers are hungry.
I'm leading in correct scores, you know.
bro, this is tighter than the title race, man.
Look
Bloody
at
hell.
the pack.
It is.
It's not for grabs, man. Turkish has got a shout as well. You never know.
Yeah, it's true.
It's true. One correct score.
I'm being serious, Turkish. You never know, man. Steve went from the bottom to the top, so you just never know.
You lot are so lucky that Elanga scored. I nearly had Man United.
Right,
Well, what do you mean nearly? I had
everyone had nearly.
Brentford killed me.
Brentford killed us, mate. I had 2-0.
Brentford killed us, man.
Yeah, but see what I'm saying? Look at the look at Toby showing his inexperience. Nearly. Everyone has nearly, brother. You're just not used to this shit, man. Everyone has nearly moments.
You're gonna be fourth in 3 weeks' time.
Yeah, no problem.
Listen, people. There's still 6.2k here. We've done 1 hour 35 minutes on a Monday night. Hope you guys have enjoyed. Show us you've enjoyed by hitting the like button, leaving us a little comment afterwards, subscribing to the official channel, and subscribing to every single one of us. Steve, GRIZZ, SAEED, TOBS, and Matisse. All channels in the description below. Make sure you support every single one of us. And like I said, 23rd of March, we're linking up. We're doing more content, so the official channel will continue growing. It's grown to nearly 10k, so big up everyone that's subscribed and big up everyone that's gonna subscribe. Love for the love, people. We'll see you on Friday.
Turkish, can I just ask one question? I want everyone to answer it, yeah? Going from you to all the way down. Who's going to win the league?
I'm going Man City.
There's no need to ask that right now. Why are you
asking
that right now?
I'm asking it now. I'm asking it now. I want everyone
Steve's
to
doing.
it
He knows what he's doing. Tactical Steve.
Tactical Steve.
But I don't think
I've gone for City. City going to win it.
I don't think there's any need for that. No, we'll answer. I just
my answer's unchanged.
Who Turkish? Who?
City.
I'm going City. Who are you going? SAEED?
I've gone for City as well.
Matisse, I know you're going for Chelsea, whatever you called.
Yeah, I'm going with Liverpool, man. That Diaz signing. Diaz.
GRIZZ, City, yeah.
Liverpool.
Oh!
Why are you acting like that?
Oh my God!
Why are you acting like that? Why are you acting like that? I don't understand.
He's got you. He's got you.
You lot, why you not acting like that? I don't know why you not acting like that.
We're ready for this title, mate. We're ready for it.
We
ain't sitting on no fence. We're ready for it. Come on,
GRIZZ.
It's all right, man. Keep punching your chest, man.
This is
what it's all about, mate. Not sitting on the fence.
No problem, man. I told you, man. I said Liverpool.
Get some
I said
sandpaper for your ass.
Get some sandpaper for your headpiece, man. Shut up. Let's run out of here, man. Let's go.